They did it. Star Wars did it. Some of the best TV that I've ever seen, the best, hands down, not close, Star Wars that I've ever seen. And we've got to talk about it because the historical parallels that are in the Gorman Massacre sequence are, oh man, my history brain was on fire the entire time I was watching. The Gorman Massacre represents a false flag attack, where a regime will set itself up to appear as the victim of something, even when they themselves are responsible for the thing happening. And in the case of the Star Wars show, the Empire uses this to get the materials that it needs to build the Death Star that are underground in Gorman, where the extraction process would be incredibly brutal. So they have a goal that they need to achieve, and they need to get the general population on board with being okay with that goal, even when it causes unimaginable suffering for the people who are going to be on the receiving end. And we see examples like this in authoritarian regimes throughout history. Most notably, the outbreak of the Second World War comes down to a false flag attack. The Mustache Man had designs on Poland from the start of his government, but attacking Poland would trigger a world war. Poland is protected from German invasion by England and France, and the fear that the German army has is that an attack on Poland will recreate the conditions of trench warfare that were so devastating to Germany in World War I. What the Mustache government needs is a way to justify the attack that makes them look like the victims and that they are defending themselves, which will prevent the alliances from activating and forcing them to fight on two fronts from the outbreak of the war. Enter the false flag. Inmates at concentration camp Dachau are dressed in Polish army uniforms and plopped outside of a border fort between Poland and Germany. The state propaganda apparatus then drums up this notion of victimization, that Germany was attacked by Polish forces. Here we have these as evidence of the attack, and now we can launch our invasion. Now, of course, this is flat. It does not get bought. The powers of Europe do not buy this story at all, and World War II begins as a result. But this is only one example of false flags that the German government used to expand its territory. Before World War II, staging human rights abuses in neighboring countries that they were looking to annex, while applying political pressure to the sitting governments of those countries, allowed the Mustache government to march troops into places like Austria and the Sudetenland without resistance and without triggering continental conflict. It just goes to show that the showrunners and the writers and the director for Andor are making a piece of historical and political commentary disguised as sci-fi, and it's so good. My heart breaks that we only get one more run of episodes and then Andor is done. I'm hoping that the lessons Andor is teaching the overlords at Disney is that there is a huge market for this kind of Star Wars, and that we get more of it. Because if I don't get my show about Saw Gerrera, I'm going postal. Thanks. See you guys next time.